And this time, we will find T in his grotto, where he likes to go anyway. Oh, look at him. Really? This is like something that could be happening a billion years ago. He's just so prehistoric in a way that the moderns have attempted to be. And have failed because they're too stylized. T stops and starts when he has the specific instinctual / possibly somewhat existential urge to do something. And why they sold us fish this size reflects the horrible turtles that they had that came to the glass and actually started to bite at the glass where I was taking these pictures. Where from everything I know, from my experience with him, oh man, he looks like Jaws rising up here. Look at him. Really, if we blew it up, we'd have a tremendous battle. A 50s movie. And it could be silent, too, to stress the silence of the turtle, who, as you know, is so often mistaken in the Bible, of all places, by the translator, who said that it's by the turtle's song that we know that spring is here. When I first heard it, I didn't think about it. I didn't think twice about it. And then I thought, what kind of song do they mean? Are there some that make noise? D.H. Lawrence's tortoises shout and make all kinds of ejaculatory exclamations. T is the active intelligence. Because you see, he's treating this partly as his adventure. And it's only thanks to my having met the scientist Karen Pryor, who works with animals, owns her own lab in Massachusetts, where they study animals. And she recently has written a book and went on one of the daytime TV shows and took her clicker with her because she has a little bit of a Skinnerian attitude toward training animals of this kind, the really wild animals or the reptiles. But typically for me, I didn't do the clicker. I felt too close to the Luftwaffe. And when they describe violence and mayhem in recent movies, just think how ridiculous it is compared to the violence and mayhem in a fish tank in the house of an American citizen. Hey, you're doing pretty good. Here he comes. You're doing very well. Really. How can it be? Look at the colors. I really, in some way, think that they are innumerable because there are so many shades. This must be really fun for him because nobody's been around the last week or so to really play with him at all. And I've tried to change the obstruction to spending time around him, because he is so interactive and understands so well what it is that you mean, not by what you say or by what you do, but by the energy that he feels coming off you. To me, he's the beautiful synthesis of beauty and the absurd. My son, who took Cheyenne as a favor to a friend for 2 weeks and had ended up keeping him and wanted to get rid of him. Wow, T, good going. Of course, he's so pleased with himself for doing this. I have a strange feeling he might be hungry. I'm the only one within any proximity of him. Once Sam got rid of him from his room, and I started to describe some of the things that he did and experiences. He would say, "Do you know how many times I've heard him do that?" Meaning jump off the rock the moment he came in the room. Plop. Well, he doesn't do that anymore. In fact, he's becoming pretty good hunter. Wow, look at that circle. T, see, we don't often see this. And I've tried to convince the other two people and residents in this apartment, my other two roommates, my wife and my son, 2 of my other roommates out of 3, that we should set this tank up in a place where I don't have to be kneeling on my knees to do this.